Hey, Alan Lee here with Honestly Handyman Services, and today I want to talk about customers. And it's not very often that you find a great customer, but here is an awesome customer that I have found. His name is Gary, and he's more than a customer, he is a friend of mine. So I wanted to introduce you guys to him, and then also I'm going to be asking him some questions.
Hi, my name's Gary. I live in Rockland, California. A while back we decided to do some minor projects around the house. I researched Handyman. I belong to a couple of groups on Facebook, and that's when I came across Honestly.
So what is one
And I'm
thing...
not getting paid for this.
So what's one thing that you look for in a handyman?
Okay, I look for somebody who's going to be there, who's going to be responsible, and I look for somebody, if I'm going to set aside some time, 9 o'clock in the morning, I want the individual to be there 9 o'clock in the morning. If for any circumstance he can't be there, I would like some type of notification via email, phone call, or text that he's going to be late or have to reschedule. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody who will be here in time. Number two, somebody who can complete the job. I've had handymans here, got halfway through, said, I can't complete this. I'm going to have to call some professional. Or they'll complete a job halfway, 3 weeks later they'll come back. That's what I'm looking for in a handyman. Somebody who's going to be here when they said they're going to be here, and I'm looking for somebody who also can do quality work, and this man fits both bills.
Wow, that's awesome. So what would you prefer? Because I have a few guys that have asked me, would you prefer like a guy coming to give you an estimate and then performing the work at another time, or would you prefer a guy just to come, do the estimate, and do the work that same day?
Well, I think both would be acceptable depending on the type and scope, the complexity of the project. If it was this very simple project where I had the product that needed installed, if you could come, oh yeah, I can do this right now for X amount of dollars, I'd say sure. But if it's a more complex project, I'd probably say let me get a couple more estimates and come back at a second time and do it. So it's flexible. It's up in the air.
Okay. So you said you originally found me on Facebook?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. My wife belongs to a couple Friends of Rockland Facebook groups, and we saw Alan's name there, and he got fantastic reviews. And generally, I know most of the people are on this group, so I trust him. So I gave him a call, and it turned out to be true. Everything that was said prior or previously was true about Alan, his quality and scope of his work.
Wow, that's awesome. And just a side note is, I've never paid for any Facebook advertising, so you guys, if you guys think you need to pay for advertising, you don't necessarily. What I always say is every single job is a form of advertising. If you do a great job, then people will tell other people. Like, I don't know how I got on the Rockland Facebook group, but I obviously must have done work for someone and they posted it. So that's just one way of free advertising, is always do a good job.
Yeah.
So one thing that I particularly like about customers like Gary is they afford me the ability to learn. So like we just got done here with the project here in his driveway, replacing these expansion joints, which are 2x4s. And we looked it up online. We everywhere it says, oh, you just pull them out and you put new ones in, no big deal. But if it's a little bit more than that we found. And so with Gary, he wasn't only just my customer on this, he was my helper. I mean, we were joking that I might need to pay him workers' comp insurance now. I don't know, because you might be an employee. But it's just been super awesome just getting a tap into someone else's mind to help me out with this, and it's just been super great. I've worked for a lot of great customers, throughout the years, and I've worked for like engineers, I've worked for musicians, and I've worked for, and Gary, he works for, or he used to work for Social Security,
yeah, as an analyst,
right?
Yeah.
So it's just like such amazing people that you get to learn from, and that is one of the super awesome things that I love about being a handyman, is all the people that I get to learn from. And also, Gary, you've had a lot of insight into the business structure that I've ran, and maybe there's a few different things that I should do in the business and change things. So
At least I think I can point you in the right direction.
Yeah,
I might not know everything, but I'll get you headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I say also, we learned a lot too by the neighbors in the area walking around who have completed similar projects, and they've all had problems the project was replacing some expansion joints, and they come around, tell us their experiences, which I think helped
Yeah.
Alan in the future doing this, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I think one thing that is kind of it can be scary going into it is being a professional. You feel like you have to have all the answers. But I remember my metal shop teacher in high school. He said, "Wisdom is not knowing all the answers, but it's knowing where to find the answers." And I really feel like a lot of projects that I've done have shown me that, and especially this one as well. And sometimes even your customers have great answers to problems. So don't be afraid to befriend them and, you know, see if they can work with you.
Do you think you could do a similar project in 2/3 of the time for the next one with everything you learned on this one?
Yeah,
Sure.
I would highly agree. Yeah, I think I could definitely knock something like this out a lot quicker, and I think because the way that I originally had planned to go with this is not the way that it finished, and the way that it finished is way better.
Right.
So I think that, yeah, that's one thing that I've learned from this. But yeah, man, we should start like a Gary and an Alan show, you know, like. So anyway, so this video is just kind of like a mind into, or look into a customer's mind and just how they think and things like that. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and I would absolutely love making this video, talking with Gary. He is such a wise guy. I would love to make more of these videos where specifically it is a Q&A session with me and a client. I think these videos show really the importance of what a customer plays in the customer and business owner relationship. I think that they have so much to add to the process as you go on, and I would love to ask these customers so many more questions. So if you guys have any more questions that you would want to hear, hey, what does a customer think about this? Please leave those in the comment section below, and I would love to do a Q&A with Gary. I also have a few other clients that would be open to a Q&A session as well. But anyways, I hope you guys got something from this video. I think me and Gary both were very vulnerable in this video, and I think it was a very good just look into our relationship and just how a handyman interacts with a customer. So I hope you guys got something from this video. That was kind of my idea. If you didn't, sorry. But anyways, so leave me a comment in the comment section below with questions that you would want me to ask a customer. And I thank you all so much for tuning into this video, and I hope you guys have a great day.